What's going on, everybody? So before we get things started here with this video, I need to address a couple of things. First off, my name is no longer going to be the One-Up Havoc. I am now going by Too Elusive from here on out. And the main reason why I went ahead with this name change is, well, I just kind of felt like the name rolls off the tongue a lot better than, well, the one that I had earlier, among other various reasons that I will not get into. So, from here on out, just refer to me as Too Elusive, whichever fits your fancy. Doesn't matter to me as long as you know who I am. Second thing, we are now about to take on the very last stage for Knuckles the Echidna. And it's right here I really started to question whether or not I truly enjoy treasure hunting, because this stage that we're going to enter in like a few minutes, it pretty much like brought out the reasons why I didn't like the treasure hunting stages as much as I thought I would. Like, yeah, in the beginning I thought it was a really clever idea that Knuckles has this kind of gameplay style because it synergizes with his overall gameplay, like the fact that he's an explorer. But at the same time, when you squeeze in too many stupid gimmicks and needless stuff inside of a stage, it can get annoying really fast. Now, I'm going to say this right now, when it comes to finding the next area, I'm not going to front, I was thrown off a little bit. Oh, but first, before we can even get into that, we gotta go through our Transformer sequence here when he flips his switch and all of a sudden you can't reach Eggman anymore. Nah, this ship isn't always changing, it's just one flip of the switch. Anyway, to get to the Sky Deck, we're gonna have to take a trip to Eggman's built-in pool. Like, you're gonna see me running around here and trying to figure out where the heck I'm supposed to go, because in order to access the Sky Deck level, it's not exactly the same as Sonic or Tails' entry. No, Knuckles' entry is in the pool, and I'm not sure when the past me is going to be able to figure that out.
The Master Emerald is there.
Yeah, that was a really helpful hint to call. Very helpful hint. Anyway, you drop down here into the pool. Well, as soon as I do that. Okay, good. Yeah, you drop down here in this pool and you can pretty much enter Sky Deck. And like, I have to say, that is one of the most unlikely places I would expect a stage like Sky Deck to be in. Like, his pool of all places? Anyway, welcome to Sky Deck, his last stage. Now, the main gimmick in this level is that you have to play around with this this lever that you see here, and basically what it does is that it tilts the ship. Why you want to tilt the ship in the first place is literally so you can run around and find certain emeralds, because there are these shutter doors that open and close, but only if the ship is tilted in a different direction. And in some cases, they could be buried underground, but only if you uncover the patches of dirt that those large tin things are covering. Now, you're gonna see my time jump around quite a bit when we're cutting over from emerald to emerald, and the reason for that is because I'm just gonna say it right now. I spent like 10 minutes on this awful stage, and it's right here where I legit just didn't have much love for the treasure hunting stages afterward. And it's all because they squeeze in really stupid gimmicks. On top of having to figure out where the emeralds are located based on the stage's tilting position, you have to also deal with the way the stages are, like, I shouldn't say deal with the way the stages like design, but rather like how Knuckles handles when the stage is tilted left and forth. Yeah, sorry I got a little distracted there. I was wondering, dang, did I really die from that spike ball? And it turns out I did. Anyway, But yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I did not like this stage at all. And this isn't the first time we ever see like really stupid gimmicks in these treasure hunting stages. We see a lot more of them in Sonic Adventure 2 on top of the really crappy radar that was given to us. I mean, at least we have a decent radar here, so it's not nearly as bad, but can you imagine playing this stage with Sonic Adventure 2's radar? Like, that is just god-awful. And like I said, I do legit struggle in this stage. So, you will see me jump cut a lot just to get to those emeralds, because I spend a considerable amount of time here. And this is what I was talking about earlier when I say that these shutters will open and close. If the ship is not tilted in the right direction, these doors are not going to open and you're not going to have access to the Master Emerald piece. Which sucks because, honestly, it's really freaking tedious having to go back and forth just to tilt the ship over and over again in order to access certain areas. Now, unfortunately, the next emerald that I have to get after is right behind another stupid door, and I'm going to have to make my way up to that ship and tilt it into the right direction so I can go ahead and get that Master Emerald shard. And if you notice the timer, we jump from like 4 minutes in to like 8, and that's how long it took to figure out where the heck these emerald shards are. Like, I hate this level with a passion. Honestly, if the Master Emerald treasure hunting stages were not designed this way, I wouldn't really have hated them that much. Like, just eliminate all the stupid, needlessly dumb gimmicks and you would have had a solid gameplay style right then and there. By the way, this last emerald shard like absolutely tilts the ever living heck out of me, because I spent like, after finding that last emerald, it took me about like 5 more minutes to figure out that the Master Emerald shard is sitting at the very top of the level. And yeah, me standing there is registering the fact that it was in like, I wouldn't really call it an obvious place, but it was out in the open, not hidden under any grounds or nothing, and I would have never left that, I would have never noticed that if I didn't take the time to run around the stage and just glide all over the place until I found it sitting up there randomly. It absolutely pissed me off to no end. But yeah, that's my stance on these stages. They're fun in a way, but you put in all these weird, dumb gimmicks, and it just takes the fun right out of it. Anyway, we are now back to the past, and things are not looking so great.
Hey, what happened here?
I couldn't stop them. They came, and my father. I had no idea how bad this would turn out. I'm shocked.
Look, it's the emerald. Wait.
And we're not really told much about what happens there in that instance, but we'll find out more of that later.
It's more like a nightmare.
Anyway, with that being said, we are now about to head off to Knuckles' last boss encounter in the game. Well, actually, no. It's more like his first. No. I was right. It's his last boss encounter, because he fought Chaos 2 before he fights this next one.
What's that?
Yeah, Knuckles, the ship changed again. Now, I don't know if they meant to put that voice clip in there the way they did, or if it sounded better in the original at all.
Not again. I hate you! Hey, Sonic!
There you are, Knuckles. About time.
I will return!
Eggman, come back!
I'd better let Sonic handle it from here. He'll do okay. Now, I must return to Angel Island and the Master Emerald. No, it can't be! I guess he didn't get enough the first time. You can't stop me from restoring the Master Emerald.
I mean, you could just fly off the ship. He really can't chase after you. Like, I honestly find this fight to be a little unnecessary. Anyway, same rule applies. You just hit one of the bombs, let him eat it. And right here, I was supposed to charge up my... I'm just gonna call it that. I was supposed to charge up my Ancient Light and hit him. But for some reason, it didn't work or register. So I ended up doing a normal jab instead. And now I'm gonna have to hit him like 3 times instead of 2. And he's also gonna take a little longer to like open his mouth so I can like freeze him and deal the 2 finishing blows that I need to do. Alright, so he's gonna eat that there. This time I make sure it's charged and use the ability. But for some reason, Knuckles didn't bounce off of him after I used the move. He just continued to hit him anyway, and that's why I got hit there. Now, unfortunately, he's not going to inhale right away. He's going to do some desperation attack that he only does when he's about to die. And you wouldn't see this until, like, this instance, actually. Like, if I did this correctly, you would have never seen him use this move, ever. And it's also really easy to avoid, as you see there. Anyway, just chill out, wait for him to open his mouth, make him chill out, and then hit him with the Ancient Light, bop him, whatever you want to do, because at this point, he's pretty much going to die. And also, if you happen to hit any of the holes that are there, you will fall and take damage. Then I'd say that that's what makes this fight a little harder than normal. But aside from that, it's essentially the same thing.
Yeah, you're finished. What's left now is to return the Master Emerald safely to my island. This should do it. Perfect. All is well now. The Master Emerald and the island have been restored.
I'll probably be on this floating island forever. Guarding the Master Emerald again. I may not know the whole story behind this, but perhaps it's better that way. I'm at peace once more.
Alright guys, that pretty much ends the playthrough of Knuckles' story, and you know what, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I really didn't enjoy Knuckles' playthrough as often as I thought I would. I mean, granted, I know I'm over here repeating myself and saying the same thing I've said throughout my entire playthrough of the game, but I gotta level with you here. I really didn't enjoy treasure hunting as much as I thought I would. Like, back then when I played the game at its earlier time, and heck, even right up until about, I say, maybe 2 years ago since I've played the game, I didn't really have that many issues with the treasure hunting. But now, I just don't like it, period. There are other games that does what this type of game mode does, but better. And on top of that, what really made me realize how I truly felt about treasure hunting stages is when I started doing Knuckles' last level. Like, why was that gimmick put there? What made them think that this was an interesting gimmick or remotely fun gimmick to even put into the level? It's butt awful. And the worst part about it is there are other gimmicks that appear in these levels in Sonic Adventure 2. And on top of that, you have a crappier radar. So, yeah, treasure hunting, as far as I'm concerned, is not really all that great. As I've said before in an earlier episode, they should have just made the stage that revolves around Knuckles' gameplay and make it more akin to how he operates in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where he'll have certain parts of the stage that he will only have access to, and that's his way of progression, being able to punch through barriers and wall structures and what have you, and access more extensive parts of the level. And that's basically where Knuckles' gameplay shined and what made him different. Heck, even in Sonic Mania, that's how he functioned, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's how he should have functioned from the get-go. And as much as I want to dive deeper into these treasure hunter stages, I really don't want to say that until I get around to playing Sonic Adventure 2. Granted, that playthrough is not going to happen in a while, because after this one, I'm pretty much going to be all Sonic'd out. So, like, once I'm done with Adventure, that's going to pretty much be the end of Sonic playthroughs for a while, and I probably won't get back into it until I decide to play Sonic Mania for the channel, like full Mania with all the collectibles collected and everything in between. But that's enough, like, getting sidetracked off the topic here. The point is, I don't like treasure hunting. It's not really all that fun. So far, the game, for me at least, is only fun when I'm playing as Sonic. Tails, mildly, because, again, like I said before, his is just an abridged version of Sonic's story. And Gamma. And I'll get more further detail into Gamma's story when I play him and get through his whole thing. But other than that, I'm not gonna really talk about too much stuff throughout the whole credit sequence, because you know how it is. We see the credits roll, you see little snapshots of their adventure, and then it's just on to the next character. So I'm just gonna cut it off right here and skip to the end scene well, not really end scene, but end picture when you clear Knuckles' story. So, until then, guys, I am Too Elusive. I will see you guys in the next episode, where we pick up with Amy as the next character to play. I'll see you guys later.